Ladies and gentlemen, make some noise. Give it up for Elliot Bosey, everybody. Elliot Bosey.
Let's get this started off right. Just want to inform you guys that I recently did a gig for some MSU and foreigners in December. No, this is true. And I completely bombed. And then I got to brainstorming about all the possible reasons why I bombed. And I thought, maybe they were too distracted by my glowing personality to listen to my jokes. Or maybe they didn't like my jokes because they were sort of lacking. No, that can't be it. I scratched that one off quick. And then I thought, maybe they didn't understand my jokes because the combined IQ of my audience was 73. And that made sense, right? They're foreigners. You know, foreigners aren't smart. But what I'm trying to say is I'm sort of a wounded comedian tonight. I'm kind of like Bambi's mom, if she had survived the fatal gunshot wound. And could talk and tell super funny jokes 24/7, then we'd practically be the same being, And I'm here tonight because I'm an optimist. And because comedy runs through my veins. And it kind of tickles. Oh, that was a funny one. Okay. Just breathe. Okay. Like I said, I'm an optimist. And I sort of had to be growing up because I grew up in an underprivileged family in Africa. And we would have to go without eating meals sometimes. And I would just look at my mom on those nights and I'd say, Mom, it's fine. We don't have to eat a meal tonight. We can just swallow some snot. Sure, it doesn't taste as good as sandpaper, but it goes down twice as smooth. All right, that's the spirit, yeah. Sandpaper. And then we would also have to go without what my mom liked to call unnecessary expenses, like shoes and Kleenexes and stuff. But that didn't bother me either, because that's how I discovered Kleenex Corporation's dirty little secret, that human mucus provides an effective and inexpensive hand moisturizer. So you just keep that in mind next time your hands are dry and you have a runny nose. You'll be trust me. And even nowadays, I'm incredibly optimistic. Like, I got it today. I have this mentally challenged brother named Aaron, and he's just learning how to write. Right? And he decided he wanted to write on my arm. So he wrote the words 6 minutes on my arm. And it's kind of funny because it actually took him that long to write it too. He's so cute. They grow up so fast. Here, I'll just show you it, I guess. So, see, there it is. It says 6 minutes for those of you. You look illiterate. It says 6, and then minutes. The second word is minutes. It's the longer one. If you look close, you see he drew a backwards X. He's so cute. I just could eat him up. He's my brother, and that's okay. And I left it on my arm because optimistically, I don't know if it could come in handy sometime, It could come in handy today or tomorrow. I don't really know, so I'm going to leave it on there. Oh, you probably noticed my tattoo I got in prison. I digress now, but did you guys know that Mary and Joseph, Jesus' war buddies, they were optimists as well? Because on the night that Jesus was born, they went from town to town looking for a place for him to rest his head. And they kept getting turned away, but they kept saying, Noel. And they'd get in their Volkswagen and cruise on down the road to the next town. And I really looked up to them growing up as a young optimist. But what I never looked up to were pessimists. Because they're like my worst enemy, right? But who knows, maybe someday we'll be best friends. Yeah, who knows, right? Okay. But I have this theory about pessimists, and that's that they are incredibly surprised and oftentimes pleasantly delighted by the world around them because of their attitude. And I say this because I was in a bank one time when a pessimist walked in, and you could tell he was a pessimist because of how he smelled like a garbage can. You know, we all know they don't wear deodorant because they'll just have to reapply it tomorrow. Pessimistically speaking, right? And he said to the teller, he said, "I need to withdraw $4,000. And the teller was like, "Whoa, that's a lot of money. Are you buying a car or something?" And the pessimist said, "No. I'm putting a down payment on a stapler." And the teller was just absolutely befuddled by this. He said, "You know, staplers don't cost anywhere near that amount, right?" And I will never forget the pessimist's ecstatic reaction when he heard this. He was so pleasantly surprised. He said, and I quote, "Okay." Yeah, wow, that was my reaction. Like, whoa, man, you're gonna blow the guy away. But in the end, he actually opted to not withdraw any money because he decided that it would just be cheaper in 3 years anyway. So I don't know if you guys noticed this, but I'm also kind of a realist. I'm an optimist and a realist. You should have noticed, really, you should have, because earlier when I said that maybe it was my material that caused me to have a bad performance at MSUM, once again, that's not likely. Because, come on, you guys, how long have you known me now? 6 minutes? Have I had a bad joke in that time? No. The answer is no, okay? So why did the people at MSUM think I wasn't funny? I don't know. Do we have any MSUM students here? That guy. I don't know, maybe he doesn't think I'm funny because the humor portion in his brain was replaced by crazy liberalist views, or maybe that portion in his brain was singed off by a fire-breathing dragon. I don't know. All I'm trying to say is, I'm a realist. And I've kind of always been a realist as well. Even dating back to my elementary school career. When I learned the proper way to carry scissors, and you guys know the way, you're supposed to carry it with the pointy end facing yourself, so that if you do fall and stab someone, you stab yourself. And by this time, I had really come to love and adore myself, so it just made no sense why I would consciously make that decision to accidentally impale myself as opposed to impaling the smelly, glue-eating pessimist. You know? Hell, no offense, wherever you are. I just feel I have more societal worth than you. And that's the only reason I say it. But I'm a realist, and that means that I had an incredibly weird running away phase in my life. And I remember the first time I tried to run away, like I said, I'm a realist, and it was just odd. I remember I knocked on my parents' door, and I said to them, "Hey, Mom, Dad, listen, I'm gonna run away, okay? It's just not working out, alright? It's not you, it's me, okay? I refuse to go down with this sinking ship you call a family. So I'm gonna stay with some friends in Dallas till I get my feet wet, and Dad, don't cry, please. Because if you start to cry, then I'll start to cry. And Mom, would you stop biting Dad's nipples and making him cry? Come on, I'm trying to talk to you guys here. And listen, if you could do one thing for me after I leave, that'd be awesome. When Aaron wakes up, would you give him the message that I hate his guts and I hope he never gets to kiss a girl. And I guess just take care of yourselves." So then I walked to the door. And as soon as I put my hand on that doorknob, that's when realism kicked in. I said to myself, "Wait a second, Elliot. You can't make it in the world by yourself. You're only 21 years old. Mom, Dad, I decided to stick around for a while. But don't get too comfortable with me. I'll only be here for 20 more years tops. You guys have been fun. Thanks."